Much. We'll check back with you in a bit for an update. Meantime, the triple murder trial of Sebastian Burns and Atif Rafay in the hands of the jury this morning. The men face life in prison for the beating deaths of Rafay's parents and disabled sister back in 1994. Jurors began deliberations back on Friday.
Two local women have been following the case from inside the courtroom, and they've been posting daily updates on the internet. Their website, trialdiary.com, details the day-to-day happenings on this trial. Joining us now with an insider's look at this notorious case in Western Washington, Hillary Bramwell Moore. Hillary, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. One of the things that you guys have talked about is that weird things are happening to the jury, as if this is some sort of movie or something like that. What's going on here?
Well, it's interesting. The jury started out with 8 alternate jurors, and now they are down to 1. There's just been various things happening that's kind of been picking them off one by one over the span of the last 6 months.
Does it seem kind of creepy?
Well, you know, when I think about it, in 6 months' time, there's a lot of things that can happen in people's lives. I mean, there's been jurors that have left for personal reasons, like taking a new job. But then there's been ones, 1 week there were 2 deaths in 2 different jurors' families on the same week. And then there was a health issue. There's just all sorts of things that have happened.
This is, I mean, the bottom line is it's a creepy case. I mean, the men are accused of going into this house in Somerset back in 1994 and beating the family to death with baseball bats.
Extremely gruesome.
Extremely gruesome, and this case has so many twists and turns. You spent a lot of time in that courtroom, and you've seen these guys up close. What are your impressions of Atif Rafay and Sebastian Burns? What do you think of these guys?
Well, you know, it's really hard to say. I think they obviously have been speaking with their lawyers about how to behave in court and so on. So everybody in the courtroom sort of has their best poker faces on at any given time. And the defendants are no exception to that. They do seem, I think I've heard some criticism that they seem too relaxed, but I don't really agree that that should be criticized necessarily. I think it's probably a coping mechanism on their part, that they've been living with this case for literally 10 years and they need to, I mean, just sort of, they're used to it, I guess, is what I'm saying.
But when I look at these guys, they look so normal to me. I mean, they look like just 2 normal guys. And as a parent, I mean, that just frightens me that you wouldn't be able to see somebody that has sociopathic tendencies like these guys may have if they're found guilty.
Right. Well, I mean, and again, they're maintaining their innocence, so if it is found that they are innocent, then you wouldn't have to feel uncomfortable about that. But that's one of the things that's so striking about it, is that they aren't your stereotypical, you know, gruesome murderer types. They really are opposite of the stereotype of who would be a murderer. I mean, they had excellent grades. Atif Rafay attended Cornell University. They were very, you know, intelligent, articulate young men who no one would dream that they would do something
the
like that.
unexpected has happened in this and probably will continue to as we look for the verdict. Jury reconvenes today and will continue their deliberations. Hillary Bramwell Moore, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The website, trialdiary.com. Thank you very much.
Real quick, what do you think, though? Guilty or innocent?
Well, you know, when I started doing this, my gut was guilty, but after watching all the evidence come out, I think the evidence is definitely on the defense's side. And if people want to learn more about it, they should visit our website, trialdiary.com.
Very interesting. This has drawn out for a long time. Hillary, thank you for coming on this morning. I appreciate it.